agreement. Mr. Jenny also was approached by the YMCA concerning the swimming pool. He believes it should be open until they're able to get their facility in order. There was discussion on the matter, and a copy of the contract will be given to the council to review. That's all I have.
That East Street, that booster station, is that what you?
It's an East Street storage tank.
Yeah, not booster station.
No, it's a concrete storage tank.
Council, I'd like to ask the council, I haven't got the paperwork done yet. We're discussing, adding Officer Harrison to help me with code enforcement. We're having a lot of problems enforcing some of the rules and stuff. I have come up, I can't take the credit for it, the ladies at City Hall came up with a plan, and I've checked it out with the probation officers. If anybody that is required to do community service work, I'd like you all to consider this now, and I've talked with Mr. Rapp to see what the legalities are, but it states in the city ordinances that if they do not clean up their property, I have the right as code enforcement officer to contract it done or to get it cleaned up. I've checked, like I said, I've checked with the probation officers. Anybody that is required to do community service on the books for the city, even other cities are eligible to come here and work their community service off. If it's possible, I'd like to start on Saturdays from 7 in the morning till noon. It'll be a 5-hour shift. I take about 4 to 6 of these people that are on community service, and we'll take a dump truck and go around, and I'll get permission from the people that have code violations, can't afford to fix them or whatever, and we will clean up the properties and have the dump truck to take it up to Star Hill and dump it. The probation officer said there's no liability whatsoever on the city for the workers. I've got waivers. I'll still get them to sign waivers if it works out. I'd like to start doing something like this in the spring or when the weather gets a little bit better. A 5-hour work, that way nobody stops for lunch. There's no lunch breaks or anything like that. They get their 5 hours in and they go home, and I'll keep track and with probation officers and their community service and stuff if this is possible. But a lot of people in town, we're running into it now, they can't afford to, they don't have a pickup truck. They can't afford to clean up this stuff. And I'm willing to start doing that on Saturdays, just, if it's possible, if we can do this. I'll make a outline of what I want to do and give to the mayor and Mr. Jenny, and if you all want one, I'll put them in your mailboxes, but I'd like to, start this in the next couple of months. One other thing, I don't know whether I should say this or not, but I think it's finally over with. It's been settled, the case has been settled over the building that collapsed downtown, and so maybe we can finally put that to bed, hopefully this summer. All right, that's all. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? That's all I have. That's all I have.
Water Committee. I just asked Mr. to give us an update on the wastewater plant.
They've got the second half of the base poured. The final third of the base has been steel, has been rotted, and it's ready to go. They're just waiting for a little warmer temperature to pour that.
So we're moving on.
They're moving along just fine.
I don't have anything. Okay. Water Committee, that's all you had? Okay. Grant Committee.
We approved the minutes of the December meeting. Mr. Jenny stated that approval from DED had been received in reference to the paving grant at the industrial park. The mayor needs to sign the forms and send them back, and the project can proceed. Mr. Adams stated that the demolition should begin on the blighted properties by the end of January. Mr. Jenny applied for a scrap tire grant again, and that's the grant that provides benches that could be used at the riverfront or wherever. He should hear back from this in February. That's all we have.
Okay, thank you. Ordinance Committee.
I made a motion to approve the minutes from